top news headlines. Good Festival of Kuki Chin Mizo tribes celebrated in different parts of state. IPR Minister Dr. S. Ranjan appeals to scribes to research, check facts before publishing news reports. And at least 3 police personnel injured, houses damaged in clash at Dublin. Hello and a very good evening. Welcome to Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm KAVITA TONGBRAM. Javang Kut, the harvest festival of Kuki Chin Mizo, is being celebrated in different parts of the state today. Chief Minister N. has stated that the festival has united the people of different communities coexisting in the state. The state-level Kut festival was held at Peace Ground, Chanpur, organized by Kut Organizing Committee. Cultural programs of the Kuki Chin Mizo tribe were the highlights of the state-level function. Member of Rajya Sabha, King Sanaja Walaisemba, cabinet ministers, MLAs, leaders of different civil society organizations and churches also attended the celebration. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister N. said the state-level function has been organized in different districts from the past 2 years instead of organizing the festival in just Imphal area. He asked the people to be prepared for Sangai festival as the government is all set to hold the festival at Manipur Southern Cultural Center, for which foundation stone was recently laid at Behayang. Besides, several programs in connection with Sangai festival will also be held near Kopum Dam, he informed. Speaking further, Chief Minister N. commended the organizing committee for making people of different communities taking part in the celebration and stated that the festival has strengthened the bond of communities coexisting in the state since time immemorial. The Chief Minister also announced that a fund of Rs 1 crore 50 lakh will be sanctioned for development of Chanpur Peace Ground as a gift for the Kut festival.
Manipur gi capital Imphal da pangthokpudu nungaitaba aduna mapan gi da leiriba Chorchanpur da gi leiriba Chandel da gi leiriba natragana Kangpokpi da leiriba aikhoi gi silinau singsi lakpa ngamjadaba yawba ngamjadaba khara natna madugi khudong chadabadu khoina munna sarkar na khallakanda mamangi sahi dagi aikhoi sin kuki thadau adagi mar paiti silinau mayamna taba mafam sing district singda Pura ga pangthokse haidana khoi sarkar gi warep ama lawro matungda mamangda khoi Kangpokpi da tawbane aduga hantakna khoi Chorchanpur da pangthokpane mayamna hena khange laiminariba jati mayam punamakse masigumba kumai se pangthokpasna amuk hena nungsina halle amuk hena khoi gi marakkan nakna ba pore aduga kut sinbiriba iselinauk sing I really appreciate community khudingmaki involved ta hondana community khudingmaki join ta hondana tawbiriba masigi damangta I mayambu hanana thagatsai.
Various entertainment programs, including Miss Kut contest, will be held during the night time. Information and Public Relations IPR Minister Dr. S. Ranjan journalists to produce ethical news by researching and checking the facts before publishing a news report. The minister was speaking at the celebration of 74th Information and Public Relations Day held in connection with the Foundation Day of Department of Information and Public Relations, the IPR, Government of Manipur. Speaking further at the program held at the IPR's office at Nitai Pachatek, Minister Dr. S. Ranjan said efforts are being made to announce the results of recruitment rally of the department soon, stating that with the advancement of information technology, wrong use of the technology too is increasing. He mentioned that people today witness sharing of unfounded information on social media without checking facts and stated that it is time the matter was looked into. The minister informed that efforts are being made to preserve photos and videos of the department by converting them into digital format, and also steps have been taken to make Manipur Information Center in New Delhi fully operational. He further appealed to journalist community to share their ideas for development of the department.
Digitization technology sometimes it gets misused. Sometimes I am misused. And a second basic is there, we section biraga, officials to Zodugai, Luchana, journalism fraternity, the lady, Kangu, Sukumazikitan, appeal to Jening, news, verified Oraga, happy Nabedamata, the news create the social media, Yam line create the revenues, which is not a chumba news. And assume Bazikitan verified over Jening.
Financial help of Rupees 1 lakh under Manipur State Journalists Welfare Scheme was handed over to ailing chief editor of Kangla Pao, P. Ibochowa, through assistant editor of the local daily, Joy Kumar, on the occasion. IPR Minister Dr. S. Ranjan, IPR Commissioner M. Harikrishna, IPR Director H. Balkrishna, President of All Manipur Working Journalists Union Amjo, President of Manipur Hill Journalists Union Peter Adani, and President of Editors Guild Manipur Kogendra TONGBRAM graced the event as chief guest, president and guest of honor respectively. At least 3 police personnel, including a sub-inspector of Manipur Police, were injured and several houses were damaged in a clash between 2 groups at Devlalan around 10 last night. According to reports curled from the incident site, a cultural program was held at Kumalampak Sports Complex yesterday. The incident occurred after a heated argument erupted between spectators and the organizers of the program. The clash intensified as the argument turned into a fight and both the parties began hurling stones. The police's attempt to control the commotion failed as they began forming groups. Later, a joint team of City Police, Lamphel Police and Imphal Police Station, led by SP Imphal West District Police, Shivukanta, rushed to the site to control the situation. However, 3 police personnel, including a sub-inspector, sustained injuries as the fighting persons attacked the policeman using stones and sticks. At last, the police resorted to firing tear gas shells and stun grenade shells. The injured police personnel were rushed to Ras Medicity. Police also detained some persons on the charge of involvement in the clashes. Now let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome you all to UNACO School Channel Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational residential school located on a sprawling 50 acres campus just 24 km away from Imphal city. The school will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. Academic session will begin on 1st April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Registration commencement open for 2023 and 24 session.
Dr. Helena Optometric.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid tributes to the tribals who were massacred by the British Army in 1913 in Mangar in Rajasthan. PM Modi, who addressed a gathering of Vil Adivasis and members of other tribes at the Mangar Dham in Banswara district, also declared the memorial a national monument. At the event, the Prime Minister said the dais with Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat Chief Ministers Ashok Gehlot, Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Bhupendra Patel respectively. Prime Minister Modi has declared the Dham a national monument according to a government statement issued today. Addressing the event, Gujarat Chief Minister Patel claimed that the massacre of tribals at Mangar in 1913 were more gruesome than that at Jallianwala Bagh in Punjab, while his Rajasthan counterpart Ashok Gehlot said PM Modi gets respect in the world because he is the Prime Minister of a country where the roots of democracy have been strong. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal today said the Morbi bridge collapse in Gujarat was a result of massive corruption and prayed for those who lost their lives in the incident. The suspension bridge on the Machu River in Gujarat's Morbi city collapsed on Sunday evening, killing 134 people, a senior police official had said. He also demanded that the Gujarat government should resign in the wake of such a big incident and the assembly polls be held immediately. The AAP chief also said that the BJP is struggling in Gujarat because the Aam Aadmi Party is there to challenge it in the upcoming polls. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said there is no moral conflict, absolutely none, in India's purchase of oil from Russia, which is facing condemnation over its ongoing war on Ukraine. On the oil front, India and China now account for over half of all Russia's exports, both cashing in on discounts as some Western countries shun Moscow over its invasion of Ukraine. In September, Russia's share in India's oil imports surged to an all-time high of 23% from 19% the previous month. Since April, there has been a 50-fold surge, report news agency Reuters. The share of Middle East oil declined a little to about 56%. Before the war began, Russian oil made up for just 0.2% of oil imported by India. Puri also added that India bought in a quarter what Europe buys in an afternoon. He also acknowledged that now Russia is one of the top 4 or 5 suppliers to India, pointing out that India's largest oil supplier last month was Iraq. The Mizoram government has not received any response from Assam over the proposal to defer the third round of border talk between the two neighboring states, said an official on Monday. The border talk was scheduled to be held on November 4 in Guwahati. Mizoram Home Department Additional Secretary Lalriat Puya said they had sent a written request to Assam last week urging it to postpone the border talk in view of President Draupadi Murmu, who is visiting the state on November 3 and 4. They have proposed the talks to be held from November 9 to 11, he said. He said that the Assam government would finalize the new date. Apart from the president's visit, Chief Minister Joram Thanga also raised concerns that the Home Minister Lalcham Liana, who is heading the Mizoram delegation, would not be able to be accompanied by either Land Revenue Minister Lalruat Khima or Forest Minister TJ Lalnulunga, both currently on tour outside the state, if the talk is held on November 4, the official said. He said that Lalru Khima might take part in the talks if deferred. Mizoram shares a 164.6 kilometers long border with Assam. In efforts to resolve the boundary dispute, delegations of both states had met 2 times in Aizawl and held virtual meetings on 5 occasions after a violent clash in July last year that led to the death of 7 people, including 6 policemen from Assam. India reported a total of 1,046 COVID-19 cases with 53 deaths in the last 24 hours, which took India's tally of COVID-19 cases to 4.46 crore, while that of active cases has declined to 17,618 according to the Union Health Ministry data. The death count, however, climbed to 5.29 lakh, with fresh fatalities being recorded. The active cases comprise 0.04% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate has increased to 98.78%, the Health Ministry said. The daily positivity rate was also recorded at 0.95% and the weekly positivity rate at 1.11%. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease has surged to 4.41 crore. On the other hand, according to the ministry, 219.63 crore doses of vaccines have been administered in the country under the nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive. President Vladimir Putin said Russian strikes on Ukrainian infrastructure and a decision to freeze participation in the Black Sea grain export program were responses to a drone attack on Moscow's fleet in Crimea that he blamed on Ukraine. Putin told a news conference on Monday that Ukrainian drones had used the same marine corridors that grain ships transited under the UN brokered deal. Kyiv has not claimed responsibility for the attack and denies using the grain program's security corridor for military purposes. The United Nations said no grain ships were using the Black Sea route on Saturday when Russia said its vessels in Crimea were attacked. Meanwhile, on the 250th day of a war that has ground on since Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 24, Russian missiles rained down across the country. Explosions boomed out in Kiev, sending black smoke into the sky. Ukrainian officials, on the other hand, said energy infrastructure, including hydroelectric dams, was hit, knocking out power, heat and water supplies. Ukraine's Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal said 18 targets, mostly energy infrastructure, were hit in missile and drone strikes on 10 Ukrainian regions on Monday. Meanwhile, Ukraine's foreign ministry spokesperson today said that Russia should be expelled from the group of 20 major economies, and President Vladimir Putin's invitation to a G20 summit in Bali next month must be revoked. Spokesperson Oleg Nikolenko said that Putin publicly acknowledged ordering missile strikes on Ukrainian civilians and energy infrastructure, adding that his hands stain in blood. He must not be allowed to sit at the table with world leaders. Now the headlines once again. Good festival of Kuki and Mizo tribes celebrated in different parts of state. IPR Minister Dr. S. Ranjan appeals to scribes to research, check facts before publishing news reports. And at least 3 police personnel injured, houses damaged in clash at Deulaland. That brings us to the end of today's English News Bulletin. Thanks for watching.